Hey, I want to talk about Vuja Day
Who?
today.
Who?
Vuja, do you know her?
I is that like voodoo? What?
No, no, no. I heard this. I was listening to a podcast about the author of Hidden Figures. It was a movie where they highlighted several African American women who helped with the space launch, and it was kind of an unknown story. And they were talking to the author Margot Lee Shetterly, and anyway, she grew up around this community of NASA, and she grew up around these women who worked for NASA, who are featured in this movie. And she's a writer, and somebody said, "Hey, you should write about them." And it struck her that she hadn't thought to herself, that's a special story because she grew up with it. And so I don't remember if she called it or the podcast host called it Vuja Day. Instead of deja vu, like I've been here before, it's like Vuja Day is the opposite, where I don't know if it's the exact opposite, but it's a sense of, oh, I didn't realize where I was. And I just think that's fascinating as we think about coaching, and maybe even just thinking about what expertise we do bring as a framework coach. I think it's really easily, when you think about your strengths, is another way to think about Vuja Day. I just think it's like, oh, anybody can do that. Oh, I designed this really nice graphic. Oh, anybody can do that with Canva. No, still today. Not anybody can do that with Canva.
Yeah, it reminds me of, I can't remember who says it, that they talk about a lot of times business owners have the curse of knowledge.
Yeah.
They're trying to describe their business to someone who isn't as familiar with it. You fall into the curse of knowledge that you're so familiar with it that you have a hard time explaining it. It just seems like, well, everybody knows this. And I think as coaches, we kind of live in this world of, human development, goal setting, personal change. These kinds of topics are very familiar to us. And we might kind of have this curse of knowledge or this Vuja Day kind of, it's hard for me to say that with a straight face.
That's okay.
But anyway, we might have that sense of kind of losing the significance of something, thinking, oh, well, everybody knows about this.